Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Janelle and let's get into the makeup. For today's makeup, I'm going to be walking you through a day to night makeup look. I have a new bronzer to try today, the Anastasia Beverly Hills powder bronzer. And if you've been around here for a little bit, you know that I am so loyal to the Juvia's Place bronzer. I love bronzer. I feel like when I put my bronzer on, that is the point where my makeup really comes together. My face has dimension. Everything just looks so perfect at that point. For my eyes, I'm going to go in with the Juvia's Place, the Mini Nubian palette. I'm going to be using this just to create a very cute, simple but cute eye look. So with that said, let's just get into the makeup. Let's just get started. And remember, if you aren't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I post videos twice a week on Wednesdays and on Saturdays. Alright guys, so now that's out of the way, let's get started. I'm going to prime today using, this is an LA Girl Pro.prep HD Moisture Face Primer. I like this. I find that it blurs my pores nicely. It says that it's supposed to be moisturizing. It's a little moisturizing, not the most moisturizing primer that I've used, but I find it gets very tacky on the skin and I like that feeling for a primer. I find that my makeup does indeed last longer when I have something that is a little bit more tacky. For foundation, I'm going to mix two foundations. I've been loving this combo recently. I've been mixing the Huda Beauty Luminous Matte Foundation with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro-Matte. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix those two foundations together. I love the formula of the Huda Beauty foundation, but the shade that I have is a little bit too light for me. And so I mix it with the Infallible because this one was just a tad bit too dark for me. And it just gives me the perfect foundation. One that's full coverage, dries down nicely, and has a little bit of luminosity on the skin. Alright, look at how beautifully that is blending out. I think it just gives me the perfect foundation. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend out the other half of my face. Alright, and isn't that just beautiful and flawless? I love both of these foundations on their own, but as I said, the shades I had were a little bit off, and I find when I mix them, it just gives me a perfect foundation. It's matte, but it's just ever so slightly luminous with that Huda Beauty Luminous Matte Foundation. For my concealer today, I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. Since I got this, I've been using this religiously. This is another full coverage product. It has hyaluronic acid in it, so I find it doesn't make my under eyes feel too dry. It doesn't dry me out. this concealer, I'm using the shade Butterscotch, and it's just perfect as a concealer and as a highlight shade. Alright, nicely blended out. That concealer is the bomb. That concealer is so good. Let me know in the comments if you guys do your concealer, or let me know if you just put your foundation on, do your brows, set your face, put a lipstick on, and you're done. Am I extra? I just make sure to conceal, contour, bronze, and all that good stuff. I find I have the best makeup when I go through those steps. To set that concealer down today, I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier Loose Satin Powder, the translucent, in the shade Honey. What are you guys using for satin powder? You know, I love a satin powder, so I can always take recommendations in terms of what you've been loving and what you find gives you a very smooth finish. I love a very smooth finish. I also love a matte finish. So just drop me a comment. Let me know what you've been using to set your concealer down. I find I've been using either this one, the Laura Mercier powder, or the Huda Beauty Easy Bake. That Huda Beauty powder is so beautiful. And in that one, I use the shade Banana Bread. You can bake with it, everything, and it doesn't leave you with a white cast or anything. It looks a little bit light, but it all just sweeps away perfectly. And I find it's the same thing with this Laura Mercier translucent powder. It truly is a translucent powder. So as I said, drop me a comment, let me know what setting powder you guys love to use. For my contour today, I'm going in with the Milani Contour and Highlight Liquid Duo, just to chisel out my cheekbones a little bit more. I also like to contour my nose. Alright, and that blends out so easily. It doesn't lift my foundation underneath or anything like that. It just really does blend out. The shade, I'm using that in the shade 05 Dark Deep. And for my nose, I normally just take an eyeshadow brush just to blend out that nose contour, because I need something smaller. I need the precision. Alright, so makeup is coming along nicely. I'm going to set my face now using the black Opal True Color Soft Velvet Finishing Powder. This is such a beautiful satin powder. I absolutely love it and would recommend it. Look at how beautiful that shade is. Nice buttery brown goodness. And I'm just pushing that powder into the foundation to make sure that it is really set down. Alright, so as I said, I'm excited because I have a new bronzer. I love bronzer. This is where you're going to see my makeup really come together. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder Bronzer. The packaging feels nice and weighty. I picked it up in the shade Mahogany. Alright, so hopefully it's going to bronze me. Okay, oh yes, oh yes. It's a little bit more cool tone than the Juvia's Place one, but I can work with it. Are you guys seeing it? Are we liking the color so far? I can definitely see it. Alright, so I just did my brows and primed my eyes using the Juvia's Place I Prime eyeshadow primer in shade number 2. I'm just going to bring you in a little bit closer so that we can get into a very cute, simple but cute eyeshadow look. Alright, so I have you guys a little closer now. I'm going to go into the palette and start by blending this cakey shade in the center and just buffing that into my transition area. It's very light, so it's not really going to show up, but I just want to have that as a transition shade for when we're going with the darker brown color. Now that we have that transition color down, I'm going to go into the brown in the palette. It's a nice cool tone brown, and just really work that into my crease to give my crease some definition and to darken up the crease. So now that that's nicely blended out and we have the definition in my crease, I'm going to go in with this bronzy shimmer shade in the center of the palette. It's like a burgundy bronzy color. And as I said, this makeup has to transition me from day to night because I'm doing my makeup in the morning, but I'm going out later on this evening and it has to work for this evening as well. So that's why I'm going in with the shimmer shade. And although it's a shimmer shade, this eye look is very soft. There's no cut crease today, nothing harsh looking. Everything is just seamless and nicely blended, and it's so simple. Just going to go in with a very small detailed brush and work some of the brown crease shade under my lower lash line. For my inner corner, I'm going to take the gold shade in the palette and just place that on my inner corner. It's like a dark gold. That's so pretty. So I popped some lashes on, some mascara and some lashes on, put mascara on my lower lash line. So I'm just going to go in with my blush now. What a cute eye look. Very simple but very cute. My favorite thing. For blush, I'm going in with a MAC Sheer Tone blush in the shade Pinch Me. For my lips now, I'm feeling something dark, something very sexy. So I'm just going to start by lining my lips with a MAC lip pencil in the shade Night Moth. And Night Moth from MAC is a very deep plum shade. For my lipstick, I'm going to go in with some of my favorite lipsticks are from LA Girl, and these are the LA Girl Matte Flat Velvet lipsticks. I'm going to use a dark plum shade called Vavoom. Love that name. This shade is fire. This shade is so pretty. And they're matte, but they are a comfortable matte. Put a little bit of gloss, just a little bit. And I'm using the Maybelline Lift Gloss in the shade Amber. These smell so good. Smell like butterscotch. And those glosses have hyaluronic acid in them, so they're very moisturizing, not too tacky and sticky. It's just a very nice gloss. I'm going to set with the Maybelline Lasting Fix Satin Spray. Alright guys, and we're all done. My makeup is done. I am set for today. My makeup is done for the evening as well. so I'm all set. I hope you like the makeup look. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Let me know. I'm going to link all of the products that I used in the video in the description box for you guys. Again, if you like the makeup and you aren't subscribed, why are you not subscribed? I would really appreciate it if you subscribe. Join us here in Makeup Land. As I said, I post 2 videos every week on Wednesdays and on Saturdays for your viewing pleasure. So I hope you join along the family. Alright, so that's it guys. I hope you like as I said. And until next time, be fantastic, be fabulous as always, and take care. I'll see you soon guys. Bye!